contracts last week, right? Because we typically expect him to be this super high kill participation jungler, like super involved with his lanes, as we see that Ori get locked in for Saint. A Saint special, something that he does really well on. But he actually had one of the lower kill participations of
lane. And still contracts in Fog of War. Same can be said for Armeo and Isles. The Shock Blast will go out. They're looking onto Saint. Hits level 6. Spear rushes away as now the Hero's Entrance comes in. First blood secured for Zeyzal with the Ignite, and the taunt lands onto Armeo. It's the Rebels picking up 2.
Yeah, really, really nice setup. And again,
that call from contracts there as well, just repeating J4, J4, J4. Yes, the Shen's right there, but they made the call.
So they do have that support level advantage.
Flash out from contracts as the engage comes in from Armeo, and he's just popped like a balloon. Shopify Rebellion say thanks for the free kill, but what an engage coming in from Isles. Taunt onto 3. Charm lands onto Zeyzal. Saint's trying to make some magic happen, but Berserker's the only damage. As Saint's almost out of mana. Zinni and Fudge back controlling the approach from mid. Maybe just Shock Blast steal, and it does not look like Shopify want to go for it. So Dragon secure, that's the second Drake to LYON.
Yeah, that's really well done by LYON. You know, even from this deficit, they're able to get both of those. Armeo's low, but they want to fight.
Landed, they're just going to Cataclysm in. LYON want the fight. Here's Entrance will keep the carry alive for a little while. 1-for-1 trade so far. The knockup will land on the Saint, but he's spear rushing away. Zeyzal goes down, a double kill to Saint. Fudge TP'd in, has to flash away. Right now.
Yeah, it does look like Shopify might want to try contesting this. At least poke from Fog.
Ooh, good poke right there. And now they're going to full engage onto Saint. The Hextech Ultimatum is used, plus the Ziggs Bomb, and the Ignite might be enough. He gets a shield, and Saint lives! The Triumph Proc will heal him up, and he gets out of there.
Zinni with a pretty... Even if he just didn't use it and just walked through and landed a Q or anything, it would have been fine. Or if he taunt flashed, you know, taunt, excuse me. Of course, you can't taunt flash anymore. But
Berserker and Armeo there to defend it.
He gets hit by the True Shot Barrage.
No,
they're going to walk up.
Yeah.
First turret taken, 1927 into the game. That is, when I think of a Ziggs composition, I think if this is the champion that's supposed to be taking turrets by like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
This is very, very late, and it's almost answered immediately by LYON just 10 seconds later.
Answered immediately.
The poke is not answered. Shopify Rebellion have half health for Fudge. That's the scary one, as he's the one that has to get through the front line. Dokla, if he finds an angle, that could be scary. But again, with no mobility abilities on Saint, it's going to be hard for the damage to actually follow up. Dragon's been started now. Dokla's going to walk it back, try and aggro it to the bottom side of the river. All members of Shopify on the top side of the river. LYON are looking for a front to back, as Isles will now separate from the pack and potentially go for the flank. Opts to not and goes back towards the rest of the team. Saint will go for the charm through the Dragon Pit wall. Isles goes for the engage onto Zeyzal, taunt in as he just looks straight for Berserker. They got the AD carry and they got the team fight. Shopify Rebellion pull off the combo this time. And Dokla and Saint, the last two members from LYON, to try and get away. Dokla will go down. Saint will escape for now, as he will limp back to the mid lane. But that is Dragon Soul denied and a team fight win. But Saint wants a little bit more! Goes on a rampage as he will outplay Zinni, dodging the charm, or the taunt rather, and is able to survive.
Where that gold is going, right? Like now B-Boy is 3-0-2. He's a lot more comfortable than when he was previously. Fudge is now up almost 2K.
I'd also say Contracts is just doing a great job of hitting Shock Blast. Yeah. He's being so annoying for Berserker, and Berserker does have
Zeyzal just found a pick potentially here, looking at Armeo. Hextech Ultimatum to dodge the damage. Here's Entrance comes in, but they didn't even need it. Armeo's just out of there. Jungler pick. Shopify Rebellion get this dragon.
Yep, and
the fight continues though. Looks like LYON want more. Zinni still a little separated from the rest of the team. The Ziggs bombs are doing some damage here, but Dokla goes all out, gets the kill onto Zinni. Now Fudge is pushing out the rest of the members of LYON, while the Dragon is still the focus for Shopify. It's a trade of kills, mid laner for jungler, but Shopify...
they lose the Dragon here once again, so Shopify with some pretty good setup.
Ooh, Saint going for the flash charm. I believe he's trying to predict something right there, as now Isles will go in with the Stand United. It's a 1-for-1 trade, as Zinni will go down. B-Boy still barely alive. Berserker once more, flashes in, double kill, make it a triple to Berserker.
For 70, so he is going to be able to sustain through a lot more of this, and that early Shock Blast has pretty much been shrugged off.
It's already about 400 health he just got back right there from hitting the wave and then hitting Zinni. As speaking of Zinni, now half health walking in. Dragon has spawned. This is once again a soul fight for LYON. They did a great job stacking those early dragons. Can they get the reward of the Dragon Soul? Shopify Rebellion are going the approach from mid, as Zeyzal's actually jumping straight in onto Berserker. They're trying to full send out the 80 carry once again, and they get him once again. The Ignite taking him down. No, the shield from Stand United is enough. Berserker is alive. as Isles keeps his carry safe. Shopify Rebellion tried their hardest to get the AD carry down. LYON will find a 3-for-0 fight.
They threw everything at Berserker. Berserker still lived. Really great setup from LYON, sending Armeo to the Drake, forcing Shopify to come into them. Zeyzal saw the angle. I would love to see how much HP Berserker had.
Let's watch this one more time.
Before the shield comes in.
I mean, Berserker got incredibly low. Locket was there. Stand United was there. Exhaust was there. He full sends it onto him, but people aren't really able to get through and actually back him up. It is just the Zigzalt. Fudge couldn't actually get in range. I wonder if Fudge could have played this fight more aggressive from Fudge and from Shopify.
Yeah, and now look at the map for LYON, right? They're already on Baron. Top wave was pushed in, had to be responded to. Mid wave was pushed in, had to be responded to. There's really no way outside.
Bottom turret tier 2. Take that one down. Saint will stop the approach. As Shopify Rebellion, they're just grouping together.
And then you have to be able to deal with the response that is going to be coming through from LYON. And now that they have eyes on everywhere Shopify is, you can see multiple members
off a fight. So you basically have to find an isolated target that you can kill. And
ooh, and getting picked yourself is not step number 1 for Shopify. LYON, with a nice charm from Saint, will take down the enemy support and have a numbers advantage.
It is step number 1 for LYON, though.
Exactly.
As now the main engage tool there is gone. You know, Zinni's not going to be the one who can just kind of throw himself in first. He generally more wants to be that follow-up. So now LYON can press across the map here. They're not really that scared of getting engaged on. So Saint is pushing through bot. Berserker could be in some trouble.
Big damage onto Berserker. He uses the Seeker's Arm Guard early and is still chunked down by the Shock Blast. That will be Stand United as now Dokla's the focus, and a shutdown to B-Boy means signs of life for the Rebellion. Huge chunk onto Berserker, puts LYON out of position, and Shopify capitalized.
Yeah, that was really, really well done. Berserker got a little bit too confident there, pushing forward, kind of walking up. I think should probably try to auto the tower, and seemed like he took some damage from Fudge.
Yeah.
He obviously got smoked by B-Boy. Had to use
back.
the Seekers. Pretty.
Still in a really good position, but currently Shopify control the approach to the Elder Dragon, but in goes Saint. The charm on the top laner. Fudge is out of there. Here's entrance once again, stopped by Saint. Goes into the stasis. And now Berserker's just going forward. They got the damage for Zinni. Shopify Rebellion losing their Fed Vayne will also most likely just lose the game right here. LYON have the wave mid, but said they're going to peel back for the Elder Dragon spawning in 2 seconds.
I mean, that is just huge. Again, Fudge dies without being able to flash, you know, multiple times now. Saint has caught him with the charm. I did say this is the only way he can really die. That's the only real threat onto him. But every time Saint is finding him and he's unable to react, just gets burst down again after getting caught by that charm. And now this will be Soul and Elder, and Berserker, he wants more.
Yeah, immediately gets the Elder buff, going for Zeyzal. Oh, the bird is enough. And Zeyzal dies.
Another thing I liked from that fight was how Dokla was dealing with making sure that Contracts and B-Boy really couldn't participate as well on the very bottom side of it. Because again, you kind of have to spread apart the targets to make room for Saint. And I think in some of these team fights, LYON have done a really excellent job of that.
They have. And I mean, you know, this is kind of like two sides of the same coin. If Fudge dies, Dokla is not under threat from anyone, right? If Fudge is free hitting on Dokla, Dokla dies instantly. But as soon as Fudge is dead, Dokla's just going to run at your carries and create infinite space for Saint and Berserker. There's no other threat. No one can deal with him. It's going to take forever for a Ziggs or a Jace to actually kill him off. So here goes.
Oh, Saint with another masterclass solo kill under the top turret. They're just silent on him at this point. I mean, the work's been done. Yeah, this is a ridiculous carry performance from Saint as Fudge will try for the outplay, is able to dodge away from Armeo, still knocked up by the hero's entrance. Berserker goes into the stasis as Armeo is diving under the turret into the GA. Saint still alive, Berserker still alive. This is still the end of the game, but Shopify are at least making him work for it for a little while longer. Armeo now joins the team on a rampage here, as 4 will fall from the Rebellion. It's only Contracts left alive. LYON can walk in the Baron-empowered waves and close it out. GG, LYON will take game number 1. Do they want to die for it? Do they want to go for it? They have the Elder buff. Shut down onto Armeo, trying to get Contracts. Oh, the Elder is expired, but Berserker gets the double and the ace for a game 1 win.
I mean, LYON may have won, but Contracts just solo killed Armeo there, so jungle dip.
Yeah.
No.